Hello there, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate: Shadows of Arm. We are back at the Adventure Mart. Come right this way, sir, as Rybald says it so eloquently. And we just did a little bit of shopping, improved so the whole bunch of stuff and equipment we don't need, and bought a few interesting items that I think we do need. But first, let us look at these interesting paintings. This is a painting of one of a group of young adventurers from long ago. This one a ranger, all of whom were tempted to return to their homeland far away. Word has it that they all died horribly at the hand of Tiamat, the dragon god Tiamat even. And this one, another painting of a party of young adventurers from long ago. This one is a diminutive barbarian. Rumor has it that this barbarian had a pet unicorn smaller than he, also swallowed by Tiamat, it is presumed. Yes, some of you might, you especially older folk, might recognize these paintings. It's a fun little Easter egg. Anyways, on to the equipment that we bought.
All day, I'll do it in a proper pub with an ale in my hand.
I suppose we can arrange that, Corgan, a proper pub with an ale in my hand. But for now, we have bought Valor's helm. This helmet is worn by a mysterious warrior named Valor. A warrior was destroyed while helping a creature known as the Nameless One. Yes, this is a Planescape Torment reference, actually, because Valor was an NPC in that. And it gives us +1 AC, which is nice, and Simulacrum, which basically makes a copy of yourself at a slightly lower level. This is very good on Skizny, since Skizny can kind of cast spells. We can maybe even make copies of Skizny and that make copies of themselves, and then just have endless copies of Skizny running around. Oh god, that sounds horrible now that I say it out loud. Anyways, I have given Corgan the Helm of Baldur on, since it'll improve his hit points and everything, so that's nice. And I have also bought this thing. Now, it doesn't look like much, but these are the Robe of Vecna. And Vecna is, is supposed to be a lich god of some sort. Or a lich who stole godhood or something like it. And yes, there's the hand and eye of Vecna, which are very legendary items. I don't quite know what they do, but I've heard whisper of them in many D&D campaigns. But otherwise, it gives a little bit of spell resistance, a little bit AC. These ones are not too important. But this bottom one improves casting speed by 4, which means you cast spells way faster. And that means they're harder to interrupt, and, well, yes, you get them off earlier, which is nice. And with that, we have a solid 20,000 gold pieces left. I'm keeping it around for the next big buys. So now we have a few...
Disregard the things I said to you earlier. They were ill-conceived. You're not drow, and not worthy of such insults.
This insult, this apology almost sounds like an insult. Me not worthy of insult, I'm damn well worthy of anything. But very well, I don't want to kill this whole thing off. Very well, apology accepted, Viconia. Thank you, Skizny. I shall attempt to be more guarded with my thoughts in the future. Well, that's a short bit, but it's an apology for a drow. And she's peering at us again. Viconia's soft features turn to an extremely unflattering scowl. I am not your steed to be examined thus. Take your filthy and worthy eyes off me, male. Ah yes, the joys of dating a drow, I guess.
I'll go.
If you're into a humiliation fetish thing, you're very well off dating a drow. Anyways, what I was about to say, that we have some smaller tasks to be doing. And I believe quite a few of them are in the sewers of the government. Actually, no, that's what we're first going to do. We are going to on the hunt for that Sir Saul's artist for the churches. Because then we can do the job, return to the temple district, and then go in the sewer there, do the jobs there. That sounds like it's an effective way. However, what time is it?
Very well.
So we kind of also have that murder to commit in the dark of the night. But it isn't the dark of the night yet. It's bright late afternoon, I believe. 16, so it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But well, let's go and chat with the find that Sir Sauls. I believe he's on this side of the district.
Are you interested in purchasing a bit of merchandise, my friend?
Why not? What merchandise do you carry, good gnome? Well, on occasion, you got the look of an adventurer about you. I've been one myself, betwixt instance of a turnip salesman, that is. Occasionally the markets get down and a formerly self-respecting purveyor of fine veggies are forced to prostitute their abilities in the form of adventuring. And see, he has the right attitude about adventuring, prostituting as it is. Alright, what are you getting at? What I'm getting at, oh so friendly one, is that there are items to sell you that are especially created by yours truly to aid one in the dangerous path of heroism. They are known as Jan Jansen, that's me, Usher Master Bruisermates. Now, pay attention. You take one of these babies and chuck it at the average Joe Orc, close your eyes real tight, and whoosh! He's running around in circles, clutching his eyeballs, screaming and yelling like Uncle Sven's after a 3-day turnip beer fender. Ah, yes.
I trust all is well.
Hold name, in the name of the Amnian Revenue and Taxation Bureau. Not this, not again, that bottom-feeding, turnip-hating, scum-sucking brigand! And nothing better than to do to stop an honest businessman from selling high-quality illegal flashers for a reasonable price. Here he comes. Cover for me.
I trust all is well.
Jan Jansen, no mischief of arm, you have been charged with tax evasion and illegal sale of illegal items in an illegal manner. Thrax, old friend, you do me a great wrong. I'd never break the law, as me pappy always said. Enough! I'll not be sidetracked by your cursed tales. I'm smarter than you think. Shut up, you! Latrine duty beckons. That's better. We've been on to you for days, Jansen, and we have caught you in the very act of selling a dangerous and illegal contraption. Hey, what a cruel, cruel fate, falsely accused by an old friend. I am not your friend, Jansen.
You're not anybody's friend.
Oh, that's it. Do you enjoy guarding used chamber pots?
Sorry, sir.
I swear this job will land me in the asylum. And who might you be? You're certainly no regular customer of this felon. Don't I have the right to be silent here? Silent? What kind of a stupid right is that? You have to answer to my questions or face arrest. Do you truly believe you have the strength to arrest me? You may either answer me peacefully, or I shall summon those who will kill you instead. What say you? Well, we could just go into a fight, but let's not do that. Let's answer his questions. Well, excuse me, how do you know my name? I never gave you my name. I am actually a psychic, and I also see all the tax boards at Katna, and I know all your expenditure reports. Oh no! Oh yes! Well, excuse me, did this gnome sell you an illegal illegal merchandise, specifically flashers, as he calls them? I don't know if I'm keeping the same voice for this character, but oh well. I'll just go with it. I don't know what you're talking about. We were simply talking about the weather and about showing your naked penis. That's why you said flashers. There's a lot of flashers in this district, and I actually think that you might be one of them. The curses! The gnome has gotten to you too! Jansen! You can no longer paddle in Athkatla! That's for you, Skizny! You made a dangerous enemy! Who's the dangerous enemy? I am, you idiot! Move it! Back to the office!
There goes a truly evil man. Uncle Scratchy seems like a saint in comparison. Regardless, it seems that I'm once again out of the black market.
Yes, tax collecting bureaucrat. Bureaucrat's the greatest villain of any D&D setting. Why, how many total party wipes have I not seen at the hands of the yearly tax reports? Anyway. At least until I can scrounge up enough of a fortune to set up my business and have Thrax's superiors bribed. Will you be needing an extra hand in your party? That might actually be interesting. What skills can you offer my party, you businessman? A fast mouth, a handy shot with a crossbow, and all the illegal machinery I can invent. Also, he is also a illusionist. He's a thief illusionist, which is a very handy combo, especially with that crossbow of his. Let's have him join the party for now. He can take Hexat's place, actually. And let us depart, my new companion. I've an itch to pepper some few hobgoblins with them crossbow bolts. You should probably know that I've some business with a powerful wizard named Irenicus. Lethal business. It can be quite dangerous. Well, I have had a dangerous dealing with the wizards myself. In fact, Gollum the Unmanned had the most dangerous breath on this side of Reshiman. A casual conversation with him and Rosa the Unwilling almost started the Guild War of 42, you know. Oh, those spells he cast, thinking he was cursed, and all he really needed was a good dentist. Of course, you show me a dentist who's willing to yank rotten teeth out of the mouth of a cranky wizard, and I'll show you a pig with wings. Big ones. They have them in the Moon Sea, you know, but enough about me. And there is Jan. It is, he has quite lovely, interesting nonsense. Let's remove Hexat though. I'm starting to warm up to the vampiress. But, I think so, yes.
I suggest you think again. I have many talents that may be of interest to you.
Yeah, talents. Quasi tempted, yeah.
When you change your mind, and you will.
Yeah, go to
You
the...
know where to find me.
You know what I hate more than anything? A rancid turnip. No, wait a minute. That's not quite true. More than I hate rancid turnips, I hate creepy, crawly, flying, biting, swarming bugs. I think just because your turnips is rancid, because the turnips is rancid, then I don't want it anymore. And they're perfectly welcome to burrow into it and have wild parties with their creepy, crawly friends. The worst is when they start to sing with glee at the decimated turnips. That's human. Truly, your observations fascinate me. Speak on, good gnome. I do love a sympathetic audience. They tend to be through softer bricks. I've got to thinking about those turnip-desecrating insects and just how much I hate them. And you know me, Skizny, I am a man of moderation, so I considered the usual recourse. But I wasn't ready to eat all that dragonfly, and Kylie was full up for that day after as well. Aha! Then it hit me. Those insects aren't bad, just misguided, probably from broken homes, and now I've given them a purpose in life. Allow me to demonstrate. Thank God I had stone skin on. Yeah, that was an insect swarm that just pecked and bited away my stone skin. You see, they're much like my acclaimed Flasher Master Bruiser mates, but magically infested with termites and flying ants. Serves them right, the greedy buggers. Oh, and our foes too, of course. Ah, I know. Just keep your future demonstration to yourself, damn bugs. Well, if I told you about it, you might not have believed me, and that hurts, Gisney. How could you doubt me? I'll go stand over there for a while. And he just walks. Yeah, Jan has some interesting chatty things. But yes, he is a illusionist thief with quite decent stats. His intelligence is a little bit low, as is his wisdom. But he has a pretty good dexterity, and well, his strength is awful, but a thief mage doesn't really need strength. They need to shoot things. At least Jan does. So let us divide some points here. Let's open locks will be a good one. Detect illusion. Yes, let's put that full up on 100. And I'm tempted to put the rest... I think I'll put the rest in set straps. Sneaking is not too great for... if he wants to sneak, he'll cast invisibility or something like that. So he's good with swords, crossbows, daggers, quarterstaff. Let's actually make him good in katanas. Because then I might buy that fancy katana for him that gives you more spells and AC. Because yes, I'm very much considering keeping Jan in the party, since he does fit the party very well. It's some extra magic. He can cast Identify, which is very nice, and unlike Edwin, who can't because of his spell school. Put this one on and this one in, and should I remove that? Let's remove. Yeah, no, let's actually keep it. Oh well, waste of slot. Extra one of these. And an extra Melf acid arrow. Now and over here, haste is always good. He already starts with pretty decent selection of spells. Remove magic is good. This one is kind of meh. I don't like lightning bolt too much. It's very hard to control a lightning bolt in this game. It kind of bounces around and has a tendency to hit your allies and you as well. Stone skin, very good. Greater Malison, also very good. Lowers everyone's saving throws, which makes them very vulnerable to more magic. So Shadow Door. And I'll throw a Chaos in here. A few times. And he has no spells here. Alright. And yes, he has a special crossbow, the Flasher. He makes special ammo for himself, which you just saw a thing of. Flasher Bastard Bruiser mate, some bolts. This helps with finding traps and stuff. Yeah, he's a pretty cool character. Locking stuff, we might replace all that. And this is this is kind of an armor, but you can actually cast spells in this one, which is nice. So it functions a bit like a robe. I'll throw this in here actually. There we go. So let's keep Jan Jans in the party for a little while.
A child of murder and
And then hopefully, well, we'll see.
death and taxes. My power
Hopefully
will be
maybe my
inevitable.
watchers can let their voices know. Should I keep Hacksat in the party or go with Jan Jansen and his silly story nonsense? I personally do like Jan Jansen in battle a lot, because he's pretty focused on crossbowing. He doesn't run into melee or something, so you can kind of keep him out of danger.
You need something, stranger.
Yes, sir. May I be of assistance to you? Have you business with the Ystev?
Not with them as such. I've heard that there's an artist Sir Sarles was here.
Sir Sarles is a guest at the moment. No doubt you are from one of the churches or some other. You are expected. Try not to track your dirt about too much.
Very well.
What a cheerful bunch. Totally not terribly insulting. Quality stuff, we don't need them right now. Do need, yes, this fellow. This is, yes, that's Sir Charles. I wonder who made him, sir. I mean, he doesn't seem like the type that would be very knightly.
Who is it? Might I ask why you have disturbed my meditations?
My creative muse must be gently awakened, and your stomping about is simply not conducive to this.
I apologize, but I've come to request your talents for commissioned artwork.
Oh, yes. One of those bloody churches sent you, didn't they? Must be because everyone else understands the words no. Which one are you from,
Come now, why is your muse that picky? I offer a commission, is that not enough? I mean, it's gold.
No, that's not what I need. Need has changed. Sorry. No, what I need has not changed, and I have said so much to your master. The gold offer is sufficient, and I am just fine without the flattery.
What I really need is to work in the medium of my choice, pure illithium.
Anything less is an insult to my skills. That's all I require.
Well, I am told that the material is very costly and rare. Is there no cheaper alternative?
You are told? Have you not checked? Gathering materials is not the job for a fine artist such as myself. Go and speak with the ore merchant or some such. I recall the name of one that was referred to me during my last visit. Julia was her name, I believe. Speak with her. She has exotics on occasion. Try the promenade. Now go. I will work with whatever church acquires me the necessary materials. If not yours, then another. 200 pounds of lithium, and I go back to enjoying my holiday.
If only there were a way to enslave the little peasant's mind. This would be so much easier. I've half the mind to seal his mouth permanently.
Lithium is a rare metal, Disney. Rarer than the teeth on a bull. I've heard of ways to make a copy of the metal. An alloy, if you will. Perhaps we can look into that, aye?
Oh, well. Corgan's quite knowledgeable here. Yes, that might indeed be what we are going to pursue. An alternative.
Fine.
So let us go back to the Joaquin's Promenade and go and speak with this Julia. Pretty, yes. We still have what we need. So it's a bit. Wow, this government is in a really heightened space. That's gotta be quite architecturally impressive. Look at how far these streets go down. They just have water running down. It's almost like it's on top of a city wall. Which would be defensible, I suppose. And very much like the richer live on top of the poorer people, so appropriate, I guess. To the promenade, though.
On my way.
Well, Arm it's all possible, obviously, because yeah, a lot of people in Arm have money to spare. A lot of money to spare. City of Coin and all that. And most of the money is kind of made from colonization, really. So this is kind of, I think it's kind of a reflection of Castile or Spain in the 16th to 17th, 18th century. Alright, let's... oh no, we don't need to go to Adventure Market, tempted as that is. Buy more stuff. Adventure stuff. Julia, I believe, is somewhere... Yeah, that's her. Big, strong lady in metal with a hammer. I like it.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl to you.
You're interested in bulk purchase of ore? I've got fine prices for masonry as well. Crafters and all that can build you everything from arches to overhangs.
I have needs of lithium. That's not the name. I'm looking for rare metals suitable for sculpture.
Ain't one sculpture that bears even mentioning in town right now. You're fishing to hire some stars? Overrated he is. I suppose he wants the lithium again, too. How much this time?
£200. Is that going to be expensive?
£200? He's mad! Raving! Out of his mind!
Yes, I'm sure the theatre will make it all the worthwhile. What will the price be?
You don't know what's involved in getting a lithium. I have an agreement with a rather special source, but there's only so much I'm allowed to take. £50 a season at most.
£50 a season? I don't have that kind of time.
Hold on. It's difficult but not impossible. There's two options. You go to my source and try to pry extra out of him, or you can use a substitute.
You mean a cheaper metal as a replacement? Won't Sals know?
For all his pomp and balderdash, Sir Sars will know quality material if you beat him over the head with it. Then, now, that's a fine image there, eh? Enough of that. Anyways, I would wager that a derivative of lithium would serve just as well. Pure lithium is quite rare, but an alloy that could be fashioned at a reasonable rate. Actually, let's first ask about the sources. You need to do this in a specific order to do this the right way, as it were, the way I want to resolve this quest. So I asked about the sources, right. He may at that, but I will require compensation for revealing him to you. If word got out who and where one of my sources was, I would be out of business. Make it worth my while.
It's your career, so, actually, the ever-seeing Eye of Helm would look favourably if you helped.
Sorry, but I follow Joaquin in the ways of the merchant friend. She has been a bit quiet of late, but I still feel her wisdom telling me what would be a bad deal. Yes, that's kind of a point. During this period of the Forgotten Realms history, Joaquin is actually kind of stuck in the abyss, being held captive by a demon. However, before she got captured, she basically gave all her divine power and kind of responsibilities to another god called Lyra, which is the god of joy and parties and such. So she kind of held up the job while Joaquin was away, and eventually Joaquin was rescued. Actually, that's a D&D module apparently. Never run it, but it would be interesting to do. So, shall we discuss proper payment? Or would you like to hear our substitute offer again?
Very well, I will offer 1,000 gold to compensate you.
Fine. His name is Unker Hildark, and he stays at the Copper Cornet when he's in town. Don't get him mad, will you? He's enough of a risk. He is at enough risk just coming here. He's a Durger. Ah, Durger. Those are kind of grey dwarfs, and they are meant to be kind of evil from the Underdark. They're kind of treated like drow, and they're not that far off from drow, really.
Durga, where does a dwarf of such an evil nature find sanctuary in Arm? At the Copper Cornet, of course. It hides worse with him. Besides, they have to eat too, you know. Nothing wrong with a mutually beneficial trading agreement. He's in disguise. His kind doesn't look all that different. So long as he's left alone, he's fun. Not a bad guy once you get to know him. You go and talk to him. Tell him I sent you. Maybe he'll pull a little bit more lithium. You can pull a little bit more lithium than I can. Won't be cheap though. Perhaps I should try to get that substitute you mentioned as well. For all the pomp, yeah, we know that. Right, sounds like a good idea. Can you fashion this alloy? I will require some measure of coin for the service. Tell you what, I'll do it. It'll get you 200 pounds of the alloy together, and you can pick it up tomorrow. You just be sure to have 200 killed ready. You'll agree the price is very reasonable. All the alloy requires very little lithium, so it's quite inexpensive. Very well, I'll return tomorrow. I will be here all in the day. Yes, we now have hired her to make the alloy, but we are still going to pursue and getting the real thing as well. Why? Well, we'll find that out eventually. Probably in the next episode of this Adventure in Arm. All the history of the Forgotten Realm and all that sort of stuff that goes with it. Anyways, have a few good days. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, so hooray! Merry Christmas or holidays or whatever you celebrate. And if it's already past, then I hope they were good. Good winter season. Anyways, I'm going to say goodbye now. Goodbye.